Venturing into the living quarters, the men discovered the remains of Maria Baumgartner and 2-year-old Josef. Maria was found in her bedchamber, while Josef lay lifeless in his bassinet. The brutality inflicted upon such a young child was particularly harrowing, leaving the men in a state of shock and disbelief. The local authorities were promptly summoned, and Inspector Georg Reingruber and his team from the Munich Police Department took charge of the investigation. However, the crime scene had been inadvertently compromised. Curious neighbors had entered the house, moved items, and even prepared meals in the kitchen, contaminating potential evidence. This lack of scene preservation posed significant challenges for the investigators. As evening descended upon Hinterkaifeck, the household settled into their routines. The day's labors had been typical, tending to the livestock, maintaining the fields, and performing household chores. The children played under the watchful eyes of their mother and grandparents, while Maria unpacked her belongings and arranged her modest quarters. The farmstead, though isolated, exuded a sense of normalcy and routine. Court physician Johann Baptist Aumler conducted autopsies on the victims in the barn. He concluded that a mattock was the likely murder weapon, though it was not immediately found. Evidence indicated that young Cecilia had survived for several hours after the initial attack, as clumps of her hair were found in her hands, a sign of the agony she endured. The victims' skulls were removed and sent to Munich for further examination. The initial theory posited robbery as the motive. However, a substantial amount of money was found within the house, seemingly untouched. This led investigators to consider alternative motives, including personal vendettas or familial disputes. The discovery that the perpetrator had remained at the farm for several days after the murders, tending to the livestock and consuming the family's food supplies, added a chilling dimension to the case. The investigation faced numerous challenges, not least the compromised crime scene and the lack of clear evidence pointing to a definitive suspect. Despite extensive inquiries and the consideration of various suspects, the Hinterkaifeck murders remain one of Germany's most infamous unsolved crimes, leaving a legacy of unanswered questions and enduring intrigue.